Hello there, friends of Unity, Joy of Life. Before we begin today's message, I'd like to extend a very special invitation to you. And it is if you're looking for a fresh start, maybe a fresh start around your prosperity consciousness, or if you're ready to just release some fears that might be running in your life and just embrace a greater spiritual truth around abundance, I'd love to invite you to join us for the Wealth Path Prosperity Program. Beginning this coming Thursday, the 23rd, can you believe it? July is almost done. Anyway, July, the 23rd, Thursday at 4 o'clock Pacific time. We will gather together each week for a joyful and inspiring 10-week journey into spiritual wealth. Together we're going to explore timeless principles from the Bible, from our really deep unity teachings, and from some of the greatest prosperity teachers of our time. And all of this in a most encouraging and most embracing community. We do this every Thursday, starting this Thursday. And what I'd like for you to do, if you're interested, go to our website, unityjoyoflife.org. Listen to the first podcast. We're going to ask each person to listen to the first podcast before we even start on our Zoom class. So listen to the first podcast, see if it's a match for you, and then join us Thursday as we discover what it truly means to live from abundance rather than scarcity. So if this speaks to your heart, I'd be honored for you to join us. Just, again, go to unityjoyoflife.org, listen to the first episode before the class, and then join us on Thursday. The Zoom link is also available on our website. So let's just take a few moments together for today's message. Just recently, I was reminded of Phyllis Diller. Maybe some of you might remember her. She was a comedian back in the day, and I heard her once joke about California, and that it kind of has four seasons. She said it has fire, it has flood, it has mud, and it has drought. And I had to laugh, because it reminded me of something that happened a few years ago. Steve's family had come out to California, to our state, for our niece's wedding. And the family members, they had never really explored California before, so this was really, in a way, their first time. Well, suffice it to say, the wedding was beautiful. But the next morning, there was a hurricane warning. Who knew? A hurricane coming to California, but there was a hurricane warning, and there was just buckets of rain. I mean, it was pouring. And so we were all enjoying indoors our breakfast, our after-wedding breakfast together, and there was a sudden loud explosion. The whole house just shook, and everyone jumped up immediately. Our guests thought, oh my God, it's a mudslide, because we were right by a mountain. And we all ran outside, only to discover it wasn't a mudslide at all. It was an earthquake. To us Californians, it was just another unusual day. But to our relatives, well, we're convinced that, they were convinced that they have experienced every natural disaster California had to offer. Not sure they'll be coming back, let me just say that. But it makes me smile, because it also reminds me of something very important. That life, in a way, has its own season. Sometimes we walk through the fire of disappointment. Sometimes we're flooded with emotions, and sometimes it feels like we're sliding out, like life is just sliding out underneath us. And sometimes we experience seasons that feel dry and barren, right? We've all had that. And the question isn't whether we have storms. The question is, where are we standing when they come? The Bible says in Isaiah 26:3, it says, God gives peace to those who keep their mind on Him. Peace is that perfect. Peace is that perfect. If we keep our minds on God, then that is our stable and strong foundation. Faith isn't pretending that the ground isn't shaking. Faith is discovering that God is the rock underneath that is shaking. So the next time you hear a loud boom in your life, a difficult phone call, unexpected news, or a challenge that you didn't see coming, don't let fear finish the story before God does. Just take a breath, return to center, and remember that while the world around you may shake, the presence of God within you never does. And that's a season worth living every single day. Until next time, I'm keeping the faith for you. God bless you.